What do you think of David Miliband's nascent online campaign? Does it show he's the only candidate who gets the long-term, activist-centred nature of online campaigning?
I think the interesting thing for me about that question is that I'm pretty interested in politics. I'm pretty interested in finding out information about the Labour leadership election, but neither David Miliband's online campaign nor any of the other candidates' online campaigns have really forced themselves onto me. It's not something that I've found I've simply been unable to avoid. So it probably illustrates a problem for a lot of online campaigns, which is how do you actually use online campaigning to engage people who aren't actively looking for it. So my real answer to that question is I don't really know, because none of the campaigns have yet really grabbed me. So maybe that's a problem with online campaigning generally.
David Miliband definitely understands activism, and he definitely understands campaigning and the importance of that to the Labour movement. I think his idea to have 1,000 community organisers offline in local communities is a positive one for the Labour Party. But although his campaign evidently understands how that can be translated and reflected in the online space, I don't think that means that it's only him who gets it. In fact, I think what that means is that he's got a very strong campaign organisation and structure with lots of money behind it, lots of good people behind it, and that they've had a campaign that's been going on for some time, and they knew that this moment would come, so that they're instantly ready for it. I think the other campaigns will catch up over the next few months a little bit, but I think David Miliband certainly understands activism and how that translates to the online spectrum, and the people around him do, but I don't think he's the only one who understands it.
In the early stages of a campaign, it's very easy to talk the talk about being modern and innovative and using whatever the technology of the moment is. It's also, I think, a lot easier to be talking about doing things differently and in a more engaging way when you're creating a campaign team and a campaign structure from scratch, as you do in a party leadership campaign, than when you take over an existing organisation, which is the challenge you have to do if you win that leadership campaign and you're taking over as leader of a large and existing organisation. Much harder to bring about change for an existing organisation than a newly created one. So in that sense, I think the jury is really still out. He's making some of the right noises, but whether that will actually translate into action, lots of reasons for scepticism. Maybe it will, maybe it won't, we'll see.